Look for the SmartWay certification mark to help you choose the cleanest, most efficient vehicle that meets your needs. If we each adopt just one of these tips, we'd get more miles for our money, and it would be a little easier to smell the flowers. For more tips and to compare cleaner, more efficient vehicles, visit epa.gov/smartway.
We're back with Jason Magby, Panther City Bicycles, and he has some equipment to show us. Well, Jason, let's take a look at what you rode, but before that, tell us, how can a commuter be, what are some tips that you can give people that want to be commuting to work?
Some tips would be to get a good bicycle. Don't be afraid to spend the money. You won't regret it. But if you get a cheap bicycle, you will have lots of problems with it. And then you'll stop and you'll get back in the car and you'll break your pattern. Okay,
and what are some ways that make, logistically, how can people commute? Like, what if you got to wear a suit to work? I mean, what are some of the complications that might keep people from commuting that you have discovered solutions to?
Once a week, I take all my equipment to work so that I can just bring just the basics in my bag. Once or twice a week, take everything up there and leave it there. Find a place that has a shower. You may utilize the YMCA downtown, for example, is a good place. Take a shower there and then walk to work.
Okay, and I know some companies like Lockheed Martin's great. They actually built a whole shower area, and I know that there was actually something that went through at the Congress level up in D.C. where there's actually tax breaks for companies that want to build facilities considering that the bicycle is an alternative transportation, kind of like carpooling and that kind of thing. So we're hoping that more and more companies will jump on the bandwagon, but that's a great idea, utilizing maybe a club, maybe a fitness club, or if your business doesn't have showers, or the YMCA or some place like that, or knock on the next door and you're, hey, can I use your shower? But okay, so besides that, so taking the stuff so that it's already at work, so basically you're just getting yourself. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. You're just getting yourself to work, and even like you're saying, maybe just a couple days a week, not even necessarily all the time. Every little bit helps.
That's right.
Okay. So you're speaking about bikes, and yeah, I mean, you can go, and get a pawn shop bike that, who knows what's happened to it, and of course they need to make sure it's working properly. But you have a special bike here for commuting. Tell us what makes this bike special for commuting.
Sure. This is the Redline 9 to 5. Has a great name, 9 to 5.
That's cute.
This particular model is made of steel. Again, it's light. It's got one gear. It's a single-speed bicycle.
Okay. So you don't have to worry about changing gears. You just get on and go.
That's right. It's very quiet. It's very simple and very light.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, much lighter than my mountain bike. That's great. That's a beautiful bike. And these grips feel great. This is very soft. This is a different. I think mine's kind of a cork. It's not quite as smooth.
This is kind of a synthetic cork blend. The bike also has front and rear lights that stay on all the time. They're pretty small, but there are 3 LEDs inside here.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's picking up, but at night it's very bright. It'll get driver's attention. It's not really to see by, it's just to get attention.
Okay, visibility being important, sure.
I have another light that goes onto here, which is a 15-watt light, which is brighter than some headlights on cars. So I use that when it gets really dark.
Okay.
Also, I have the rear light, which again stays on there, and I can get to this button right here fairly easily.
Okay, and again, the idea of being visible, anything you can do, because you're not necessarily going to be riding at whenever it's dark, unless it happens to be cloudy or something, or in the wintertime maybe when it gets dark early. Okay.
Right, I try to avoid not as much as possible, but sometimes you can't help it.
Sure.
And I utilize the trails and on the roadways quite a bit. So the trails I'm out of traffic.
Okay, so really mapping out a safe route is important as well.
Yes, take your time and get on Google and Google Earth and just check out different routes that might work for you.
Okay, well, and we don't want to miss some of this other stuff that you don't often see, the fenders.
It's great. Fenders keep the weather off me. I don't have to worry about that, so I can wear anything, but I usually wear my cycling gear, which is just breaks the wind, waterproof.
And you've got the small pedals here because they actually fit onto the shoes. And why did you decide to do that rather than a standard pedal? Why did you end up going with clip-in?
The step-in pedals allow me to transfer more power to the pedals. Plus, I can also lift and push, which is very important. You get a lot more power to the pedal.
Okay, and
And they just click right in.
Okay.
Yeah, clicked in there. So I can move my foot, it's no problem, but when I want to get out, it comes right out.
Okay, and then
Ain't nothing to it.
Excellent. Okay, well, you make that look easy. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe someday. And let's see, is there what's one more feature of the bike that would make this considered kind of a commuter bike? Maybe the
wheels.
Okay.
The wheels are very good. The wheels make it easy. Make it difficult for people to steal the wheels, because they have a special tool that has to be inserted here for this wheel to come out. A lot of bikes have quick release mechanisms on the wheels that you just pop off and you take the wheel. So that could be a problem.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you.
Now we have a riddle for you. What do wingless birds have to do with bicyclists? Find out right after this.